Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Hot Mess Tom. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel, this is Critical Sass, and what we do is we talk crap about new beauty releases, and we do it together, and we try to decide whether or not all of these beauty items are good purchases or bad purchases. So if that kind of content sounds good to you, I would love to have you subscribe. This is a re-upload, if you're seeing it now, of a live stream that's being recorded live. So there's a chat here. You probably can see it going up the side of the screen right now. So we do this at the end of every month, the last Wednesday of every month at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're just gonna get into it. Okay, so we're test running something here. Tiffany is here to moderate the chat audibly. You can talk at a normal volume. But they are gonna stay off they're gonna stay off camera. So the whole idea is that Tiffany's gonna chime in whenever you guys are talking, whenever I'm busy, so that the flow of this can go a little bit faster, keep us at a whip pace. I haven't done a Critical Sass in a month. It's been a really long time. We have a lot to get caught up on, actually.
You know what I mean?
I certainly don't. Are you trying not to get me copyright striked?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It feels so good to be back. I can't wait to hear what all of you have to say.
Less from Insta.
Oh, okay. I know them.
I had a feeling.
Yeah, I was. It took me a second. This is so great. The gang is all here. We're here and we're queer. The first item I have pulled up is the Born This Way Healthy Glow SPF 30 Moisturizing Skin Tint. This is an oil-free, nourishing serum foundation with up to 24-hour wear and hydration. SPF 30. I actually didn't think about this, but I've been watching other people talk about this, and they're like, this is Born This Way. Not Born, Dior Backstage.
I literally almost said that. I was like, trying not to cut you off.
Yeah.
It looks like
it does look like
backstage,
that.
or backdoor, or what is it called?
Backstage.
Backstage.
Dior backdoor.
It looks exactly like it.
Here's the thing. I don't trust Too Faced as far as I can throw them.
It stinks.
But this is a product that I think I would like if I actually tried it. I think that's what I would think about it. But it is $42. A skin tint, I want it to be under 40. I think it's a
Door back Dior.
Backdoor Dior. Back Dior. Honestly, who cares about Too Faced? I don't know how I don't know how much longer they're gonna last, honestly. Although they did put out that really cute Aperol Spritz palette, but again, I think that the guy who owned it, who was named Jared Blandino, I think that was his name. He like ruined the reputation so much, then sold it. And now everyone's like, yeah, I'm still not buying Too Faced. I think a lot of people just buy what they know from Too Faced. But like, when was the last time a Too Faced launch really like got anyone's bloods boiling? Bloods boiling?
Majestic Beast. I don't support Too Faced. So easy pass, which is fair. I also am having a hard time seeing some of the shade range here, but it looks like that is at least something. Like maybe there are
18 shades.
Oh, never mind.
So that's all of them. 3, 6, 9.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine that it would be a little bit flexible.
Faith made a good point. I don't trust Too Faced to make a skin tint.
I don't trust Too Faced is where the sentence ends.
And that's
actually.
It.
Okay, let's get into this monstrosity.
So
I've been waiting. This has been out for a second. This is the Cali Ray Endless Sunset Face and Eyeshadow Talc-Free Palette. This is a clean, talc-free, multi-purpose palette in a sustainable bamboo compact with 7 curated shades. Pigmented matte, satin, and glowing colors can be used as eyeshadows, highlighters, blushes, and contours. And the extra large pans and refillable bamboo compact will be available March 14th. So this is already something that you can purchase. I've watched people use this.
No.
I recently found out. So I was listening to another YouTuber talk about this, and they said that Cali Ray is the person who created Urban Decay's new line. And I was really confused by that. Yeah, I was like, okay, maybe just do something interesting with Urban Decay unless they no longer work, like they no longer are associated with the brand.
First of all, how dare they? Many good responses. Gross. I'm so disenchanted. Who cares?
So my first question is, they said that this is a refillable thing. So are they making refills of these quarter pans?
Baby, how?
I don't know. I look at this and I'm like, am I supposed to refill it with things that I can find? Or are you going to make refills for these? And also, this brand isn't going to last long enough for anyone to actually need to refill any
100%. V-Nib, sorry. I don't want to refill this with only their weird pans. So it's not even like you could use that for something else.
No, but I think the idea of a bamboo compact is very cool. But then if you're putting magnets in it, doesn't that therefore make it unsustainable? So what is the point? I'm not the end all be all of sustainability, but I know that bamboo is like incredibly sustainable. I think it grows like 3 feet a day. Like that's why bamboo is like incredibly sustainable. So that's cool. But then it's like, if you're putting magnets in it, that's not. And I just don't understand. Not only that, it's just like this, I have such issues with like these universal face palettes. They're never universal. And also if it was universal and everyone could use it, why would I need those deep shades? Why would someone with deep shades need those lighter shades? It just doesn't make any sense. Like everyone loses.
You're not a face palette person anyway. But
I'm not.
Apparently totally sold out on their website. Also, it does look like the put the circle in the circle toddler game. And the layout is in fact uncomfortable. Very much like Hungry Caterpillar. And there's no mirror apparently.
There is no mirror. I did watch Teresa use this as well. I saw someone talk about
Yes.
that. Oh, there are 3 versions of this?
Somehow doesn't make me feel any better.
No, I don't trust Cali Ray. I don't know anything about them. But I don't
Who
trust
are
them.
Where did they come from? What are they doing here?
Where did they come? Mirrors are recycled. But again, if it's refillable and there are magnets in these, it does the same effect.
Use it more if it had its own mirror? Wouldn't it be able to be taken on the go at that point?
So in my opinion,
they're sold out because they only had 3 in stock.
Oh.
I mean, I was like, okay, point taken. They're sold out.
They're sold out. Oh, okay. That makes
sense. So they're only making the
false
refillable
scarcity.
pans. Yeah, and like made 3 pallets.
And then Majestic Beast also made a good point that Basma Atelier still has not made refills for their refillable powder. So. And it's been we're approaching a year. I'm sure that some people have used up entire pans. I don't know that world. That's not me.
I don't know her.
But like I just hit a pan. Oh God, I hit a pan on a powder that I've been using for 2 years. So it's like that's my pacing. All right, next up. The Glowy Super Skin Lightweight Hydrobounce Serum Foundation from Saie.
Them's a lot of words.
This is a lightweight serum foundation with medium buildable coverage that brightens and leaves a luminous finish. Blends easily for a hydrated and seamless second skin appearance. $40 and 36 shades. Now, I have seen people successfully use this, but I will not touch this as a 10-foot pole because I have watched State of Kate try her hardest to make this look good on her skin, and she has not been able to. And I don't think that Kate has bad skin, and it looks so like I very rarely watch another YouTuber and think they look bad because, you know, under the beauty lights, but Kate like used it in a video and she kind of looked bad and she pointed it out. She was like, this isn't my fault. This is this foundation. And I was like, I don't need that. And I'm a foundation girly.
Bad.
Her skin texture.
She looked
texture. And of course I love to look wet. I love to look dewy. We all know this. It looked too wet for me.
Ooh, that really says a lot. I've given up on foundation art. Thank you. Fair enough.
I think a lot of people who subscribe to me aren't foundation people, which is so funny.
That is ironic, considering that is your favorite
part. It's
part.
my favorite category.
That is actually your favorite
part.
It
is my favorite. But what I will say for Saie, I don't hate this shade range. It looks pretty good. It looks like they've gone there. It looks like they've tried to do the work. Interesting, because they did not do that with their concealer. That was a flop. They did not do a very good job.
I thought they made another thing that was popular.
They have they're
like a shiny thing?
Their bronzers are popular. But everything else seems hit or miss depending on the user. I wouldn't buy this. I wouldn't recommend you buy this either.
Majestic B said, looks too expert level for my dumb. Generally, the consensus seems to be, I was going to buy this, but it looks too hard to use.
Yeah,
I'm curious, but it looks bad.
I have a feeling that that's the thing. It's not going to look good on anyone, and that's the problem. All right, let's fight. Pat McGrath is releasing, finally? Bronzers. The Skin Fetish Divine Bronzers, $39. It comes in 8 shades.
Fuck out of here. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah. We're out of the woods as far as like we can't swear at the first 15 seconds is what they say. But some people have gotten clocked later. But we're now at least 10 minutes into it. And
I am disgusted.
How about we let Tiffany do their take?
I know. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I was like waiting because I was like, "There's no way. There has to be more." Wow.
You mean more shades?
Yes.
I don't know. I feel like if we saw them in person, I don't believe Pat McGrath is going to not do something comprehensive enough, but we'll see. Here's the thing. I don't care. I also have waited for Pat McGrath to release bronzers. They look flat. They look matte. They don't look like they're going to look good on the skin in the pan. To me, they look just flat. And who cares about this crown embossing? I don't care. I don't care about it. One thing that I will say is from having worked at Sephora, and I'm not trying to speak for not my skin tone.
Yes.
People with deep skin do not want red bronzers. Like
No.
it gets like, and they might for the summertime whenever they would be more red, that would be like where they would lead more. But every time I worked with someone with deep skin and they were looking for a bronzer, they were like, can we try to find something that isn't red? And it's like, look at the second deepest one at least. It just looks red.
It literally appears to be red.
The second one, the second latest shade, it looks like it'd be like maybe a good contour. It looks really green to me, which I know that a lot of us are looking for something neutral when it comes to bronzers. The light shade looks really peach. Khaki did point that out in her hot take.
Faith said that they're looking forward to Khaki using this.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
I'm over Pat McGrath. I'm not buying it, Gia, and I won't.
Majestic Beast has lost faith in Pat McGrath.
I think
have I.
I think we all have. And as a former diehard fan, that does make me sad. Like I feel sad about that. I can't, even though I've been coming for her gig for the past 2 years.
It's hard to see the mighty fall, and it's hard to see them continue to flop.
Yeah, and she's not really doing the flop era. She's in her flop era, not a flop era.
Fogo to flop. She is no longer Mother Kelly. You're right.
Remember, we demoted her to Auntie Pat.
I don't think she's invited.
You don't think she's not invited to the? I don't think you and I get to decide who's invited to the barbecue.
No, but I don't even think. Mm-mm.
Remember when we tried to figure out who new Mother was, and then we tried to say it was Janessa Myrick, so that we actually couldn't come up with someone who was new Mother. I'm new Mother. I don't even have a makeup brand.
Mommy
has arrived. Okay, let's talk about this monstrosity. This is the 7 Lights Powder Illuminator. This is available in Europe now from Shiseido. This is a multifunction illuminating powder inspired by ancient Japanese beauty rituals. A combination of 7 light reflecting pigments that adapt to any skin tone and type, improving its luminosity, providing freshness, vitality, and energy to the skin. It has a moisturizing formula that prevents the appearance of signs of dryness and or shine, has a semi-matte natural finish, and a floral noted scent. You can use it as blush, eyeshadows, or contouring. And that's it. That's the one. The one that you see up here, that's it. That's the shade it comes in. That's the shade it comes in. You can do everything with it. You can be matte, you can be dewy, you can be whoever you want to be. It's the powder that does everything.
I'm interrupting you because Kelly called you Mommy Tommy.
That's the only way that you're allowed to call me Tommy. It's if Mommy
Tommy.
Mommy Tommy.
Get ready because that's what Gid's gonna call you.
Actually,
that feels good and right.
It does feel good and right. Okay, this is a nightmare of a product. I don't understand. Like
how is it possibly all of the things? It keeps you dry, but also shiny, but also natural, but also kind of matte.
But it's a bronzer and eyeshadows.
But you could set your whole face
but
with
it's
it.
a whole blush too.
Wow. And it smells like flowers.
That's the worst part. That's somehow the worst part. That I got to that part, and I'm using a Shiseido eye cream right now, and it is so stinky. Like not in a it hasn't gone rancid. It just smells. It just smells.
Hot mess, mother.
Orange yellow blush is trending in Japan, so that's why it looks like that. Now, but if it was an Asia release, I would understand this and move on from it. It's released in Europe. That's different. And that means they're selling it to a different market, because sometimes the Asian market gets really weird stuff that we never see. But sometimes we see it on Trend Mood for like it never comes to America. If this is being sold in Europe, then I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't even know if it's going to come to America.
I want to see yellow blush. I don't want to buy yellow blush.
Ritual Defeat has Wasp. I have Wasp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's yellow blushes. Indie brands, I'm sure you could find yellow blush. Motham. I forgot them. All I would do is I would take this brush and I would go, and then I would see what happened, because that would be the only thing that I could do with it. I'm not going to pinpoint all of those colors on their own. I'm not going to try to color correct and bronze with this. It's just not going to happen.
Why do I want to try it, though?
No, I do too. So Shiseido, if you're listening, Shiseido, if you're listening, if you'd like to send this my way.
Shiseido, if you're listening, change their mind.
I don't think my mind would be changed. Okay, someone asked me to talk about this, so I guess we're going to. Mario has collaborated with Lush Cosmetics. Lush. And they're doing stuff. I mean, this makes sense because the movie's coming. When does the movie comes out? Soon, right?
I think.
So I guess I make it. But the person who asked me to talk about this was Hannah. And she was like, she didn't send me the post. She said, can you talk about the Mario Lush collab? And I immediately was like, Makeup by Mario collaborated with Lush. And then I started Googling furiously about the collaboration of Makeup by Mario and Lush. I was wrong. I couldn't find it because it did not exist. But now I kind of want that. I don't know what that would entail, but I think I'd like that better.
Nintendo loves them an off the beaten path retail item.
As a former Nintendo employee,
I would know.
You would know.
They did a Cold Stone Creamery thing.
But that's fun.
See, I think that's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
But it's consumables. They did a cereal at one point for the release of Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah,
everyone is talking about yellow blush. That's what
everyone. I love that. Okay, this one's for me and not for you guys. This is from Tom Ford. This is their Liquid Lip Luxe Matte Lipstick. Creamy texture with cloud-like softness. Formula contains black rose extract to help reduce vertical lip wrinkle. Soft matte finish. Comes in 10 shades. Okay, all I need you to know is that as someone who's not normally gotten by makeup marketing, whatever happened here, I paused and thought, I would like that. Except none of those shades. I wouldn't want to wear any of those shades of lipstick. But somehow Tom Ford got me to stop and go, that's a fantasy I'd like to live.
Trash Magic said you look stunning.
Oh, thank you. I think these are really beautiful, but I don't need a matte lipstick. I don't need a matte liquid lipstick from Tom Ford.
You would never.
Oh, I wouldn't. We're like, it's lucky that I have the Kaleidos ones. We're just doing our best. And I haven't bought Tom Ford anything in quite a long time.
You really haven't.
No, it's not. He's not been. This is a fantasy.
I'll buy one and then you can use it.
That'd be very nice, but very out of character for you to buy a Tom Ford lipstick.
I would do it.
I'll buy this so you can use it. Danny's here.
I was going to say, some new friends have dropped in.
Hello, all the people that just popped in. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this. Half Magic released the Magic Nude collection. There's a bunch of stuff in here. So there's Glitter Puck Fairy Dust for eyes, lips, and body. The Magic Lip Drip Gloss. One new Chrome Addiction Eye Matte shade in Magic Brownie. And then 2 new Chrome Addiction Eye Shimmer shades. And there's new face gems in Crystalline Nude. So Half Magic Beauty has like not even really been on my radar. I understand why people really like it. And if, as a refresher, if you don't know, this is the brand started by the makeup artist for Euphoria. So it has like this very ethereal vibe. And I, much like Laura Mae Beauty, who I did watch her video about these new launches, I love a boring shade that has some intrigue, and this just seems like a whole line of that. So, am I getting called out?
No, but hello, nurse. Danny, I think
yeah, Danny.
Something about Half Magic gets me, but nothing in it gets my wallet.
It's like I want to support it, and I would love to be a part of it, but it just doesn't really serve the entire fantasy. Angie tried the puck. You can see it from space. Well, so whenever I watched Laura Mae Beauty use this, and whenever she used it, it looked like it was something like the Alchemist from Ritual de Fille. Like it was like a glittery, wet thing, which I like, but I already have. I really could. I don't need talked out of this, but if I were to buy anything from Half Magic, this is as close as we've gotten to like almost getting me.
Can you regale what is on your eyes and lips quickly for your...
Oh, on my eyes is a bunch of Surratt shadows. It's all in the description box. I do try to put it there before I start recording just so it's easier for everyone. And on the lips, I have the Posh Gloss in Tan Line and the lip liner in 5.
Mary said, I feel like its main thing is it's the Euphoria brand.
That is its main thing.
Because you did say that and I went, ooh.
Yeah, it's like, I just feel like I feel like whenever someone transitions into the market of selling makeup, you run the risk of your brand not living up to what you do. So when I think, Kimchi as a makeup, like I'm just using Kimchi as a makeup artist is a very fierce makeup artist. And I realize that her aesthetic is cutie, but she's like really talented makeup artist. And I see the makeup she releases and it doesn't translate to me. It's like what Kimchi does versus what Kimchi sells is like not the same fantasy to me aesthetically. I think Trixie kind of got it right with her line. And if the person from Euphoria is releasing a line, I'm expecting something so far out of right field. We've never seen anything like it before. You have to explain to me how to use it. Something so strange and weird. And I just feel like this brand is like, it's liquid eyeshadows and sparkly and then also stones. MAC dropped the Skinfinish Sunstruck bronzers. It comes in 15 shades. Okay. This is the part that I got confused about. It comes in 5 radiant and 10 matte. And for some reason, that makes no sense to me. Why isn't it even split? And how did we decide who gets radiant blush, who gets radiant bronzers, and who doesn't? When I look at the bronzers, it looks like we got a fairly comprehensive shade range here, which MAC usually gets right, but sometimes they miss, which is so strange.
Artie, if I may call you that, Artie had said earlier, I am so sick of bronzer releases, and I must say I agree. Though Diva Dream says they got recalled.
These MAC ones?
I'll die. I will die laughing if that is in fact the case. Oh, yes, for mold and smell.
The tea is being spilled here in the chat. Well, don't buy these.
B-I-C-C-H.
I would like to talk about bronzer launches because I disagree. We're heading into summertime. Of course it's bronzer season. We bronze.
Thank you, Artie.
I will always love bronzer. Just like Whitney Houston will always love me. I will always love bronzer. But I won't buy anymore. I really like all the bronzers I have.
I was also slightly impressed with the packaging Magic Beast, but that's because we've been gaslit by MAC. And it's always been the same packaging.
Gucci dropped the new Gucci palette de Beaute Quatuor. These are 69 doll hairs each. And they can be used on the eyes, lips, and cheeks. I love me a Gucci cosmetic or two. I have done it, and I probably will again.
It's true.
This is more than half the price of their large palettes. And I bet it's like this big. Like I bet it's like this big, and they're like, you can use it on your cheeks though. And I'm like, how?
The packaging is pretty.
The packaging is pretty. But I didn't like the blush packaging. I didn't think it was as luxe as
it wasn't. It really wasn't.
It was like pretty light. And then these.
This is Gucci for children.
It is Gucci for children.
How small are those pans, though?
I mean, the pans and the big one are small.
That's what I'm saying.
So I have no idea how big these ones would be. But I can't even with the tool that they put in there.
This is Claire's for Nordstrom. Do you think that's why what's his name got fired? Who got fired?
I don't keep up with that, but I did know that there was a
someone got fired.
Yeah, someone at the top of the beauty of Gucci got moved out.
Apparently, this harkens back to their original makeup line.
I think I have seen images of that, but like, this isn't a 2023 release. This could be a 2012 release, maybe. But today, right now,
Cecily says it is giving tart.
Can we talk about the color story on the one on the top left? It's a beige, a red, a green, and a lilac. And they were like, here's us having fun with color. Put it together and sell it to me.
Why a sponge tip applicator? Many brave souls in the chat.
This feels like highway robbery.
It's Clarence.
Move on from this into another stupid release. Hourglass released their Voyeur eyeshadow sticks. $34, just seven shades.
Are they refillable also?
No, it doesn't say anything about that in my. But why 7? I'm missing 2 on this picture, but just 7. Like if I'm gonna, and they all look the same except there's a green one.
What in the Laura Mercier?
Yes, I don't understand what is going on at Hourglass. I have like a lot of questions about what's going on at Hourglass. Their releases have been so strange, and they continue to just be strange. Like a
Laura Mercier Hourglass collab, perhaps.
I mean, I don't know why everyone's dropping shadow sticks. Victoria Beckham just released shadow sticks too.
That's so weird.
ColourPop just reformulated theirs, so everyone's on this train. So I don't know.
Maybe Diva Dream says Hourglass was so late, so maybe this is just still being slightly off the mark. I also feel like if I were still working in Sephora and had to refer somebody to like a stick eyeshadow, it's
I'm
always
taking the
gonna...
Bobbi Brown.
See, it's either that or Laura Mercier.
But Bobbi Brown had a better shade range than Laura Mercier, and that's why I would take people to
Laura
Bobbi
Mercier
Brown.
had like the boring.
Bobbi Brown had boring colors too.
But I feel like it was more shimmers though, and not everybody wanted shimmers.
And
Laura Mercier was like color on the eyeball.
Are they maybe the same colors as the scattered lights? Maybe. Scattered lights are pretty. That is their one thing. That's not their one thing.
Said you could slap a dozen different brand names on these.
You could. You would have no
right,
idea.
Sure.
I wonder if they're triangular shape from the top, because Hourglass is really
assume,
into
right?
that like triangle shape. Majestic Beast, I would try what? I mean, if I presented the opportunity, I probably would.
I mean, I'm not going to not try one if it's accessible to me. Am I going to spend 34 American USD?
Yeah.
No.
Indie release. This is from Mythic Beauty Haus. This is the Ancient Ones palette. This palette will feature 5 eyeshadows, some that shift, that are made with larger mica. Since the mica is bigger and sparkly and flaky, we recommend using glitter glue and your fingers to apply this. Listen, I haven't had an indie brand sing to me in quite some time. Those are the shadows that make the world go round for me. Big, chunky mica. I mean, what did we talk about whenever I just reviewed the Victoria Beckham lid lusters? It was like the big chunks of mica, the different size chunks of mica. That's gorgeous. That's so pretty. And, forget about the packaging because it's an indie brand and like I'm going to give them all the passes in the world because I know it's expensive to make custom packaging. But like, look at those shades. It's like honed in. There's 5. You got, oh, it's pretty. And the blue one in the middle is even singing to me, but it's like the one on the far, like the one on the bottom looks like mink. And then all the other shades look like other shades I would use as toppers or want to use. They look beautiful. And the one in the middle kind of looks like the shade that I have in my eyes now.
Kelly needs swatches, and so do I.
There are finger swatches. I got this one from the Makeup on My Radar new release Instagram. That's where this came from. And they did, if you swiped on the photos, there would be finger swatches. I try to only get one photo because I get confused if I start doing too many things.
Completely fair. And Danny did say Sephora sale is coming if all else fails.
And I don't have a price on this. There wasn't a price listed here. What happened with Kaleidos? Oh, they discontinued
All their... I was going to wait.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't even aware of that they discontinued all their colorful stuff. That's really sad.
They discontinued those 5-pan palettes, the long skinny ones.
Guys.
But I don't know. The Flower Punk has been up in the air for a while. And again, I don't know anything about the brand. I don't endorse the brand if they end up being bad. Sometimes with the indie brands, some stuff happens and I don't know about it. So just know that if you go and find out things, I didn't know that. I'm a little bit confused. This is from Basma Beauty. And this is their foundation stick for hydrating, buildable coverage and a natural finish. It's a buttery soft, buildable, and lightweight foundation stick that evens out skin tone and leaves your skin with a natural glow. Here's my first thought. I know that Kaki's been using this because whenever she was using it, I was like, what is that pink stick in her hand? And she has been liking the formula. And then I guess I didn't realize that it wasn't at Sephora whenever Kaki started reviewing it. And so Kaki said it's nice. But then I also, for those of you who are not patrons, I did recently buy Kaki's $135 foundation. So
dun, dun, dun.
So I'm good on taking Kaki's foundation recommendations because they just cost a lot of money. And I don't know why there's not a price on this one either. So I have no much but I've heard they're nice. And I think they have a pretty good shade range. It doesn't list how many shades there are here.
Is it teeny tiny?
I don't think so. But here's the thing. Anytime I've used a stick foundation, it's always done the thing on my forehead where it just looks like plastic and hard. I just think I've been bit in the butt so many times by stick foundations that I just am like not really super interested in these, just in stick foundations. I use the Merit one does work for me, but I have to do like specific skin prep and then it works really well. But like I used the Milk foundation stick and it worked really well for a while and then it just looked like awful. It was like, go ahead.
Danny asks, is that $135 foundation the one that was on your face in your stories that you said was amazing?
Listen, I said you'd find out in time. Maybe time is now. I was trying to think of something clever to say, and I just had I had nothing. Hello, Colin. I love when I look down and someone's like, I've just arrived. And that makes me very happy.
I do want to call out that a contributor did say that this is really good for acne scars as per Reddit. So I guess that is valid. Because you would think if you could target the coverage in such a way, if it's like a smaller stick.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think there's a time and a place for stick foundations. I don't think my face is the time nor the place.
Nor is it the place.
For a stick foundation. And I don't spot, I'm knocking on wood. I don't spot conceal because I don't really have too many issues.
Privilege.
It is privilege. And I know that. However, I do exfoliate my face 7 times a day.
Oh, Cecily says Basma was created by a Latinx woman who has burn scars or heavy scars on her face, and she developed it to cover difficult, quote unquote, skin.
Perfect. Then this is absolutely not designed for my skin. I bet it would work nice on my skin, but it sounds like it was really made for people who have problems.
Privilege.
It's hard
can't relate.
It's hard being me with my beautiful skin. This is from Freck Beauty. This is their Face Hack Provision Sculpting Bronzer. It's a cream bronzer stick that contours, sculpts, and creates dimension in a blendable, blurring, plant-derived formula. Why? I don't know why Makeup on My Radar is not putting prices in these for me, but they really are killing me. So for those of you who are uninitiated, Freck made the first like freckle pen. Like that was like their claim to fame and everyone lost their minds about it. That sure is a thing that exists. Like I understand why people kind of like these deodorant stick, because it's like kind of easy to contour. You can like line it up in the hollows of your face and, you know, put it there and then like blend it out pretty easily. But like, I don't know. When I look at that, I'm like, I don't want to put that on my face. I don't want to put that anywhere near my face. The colors seem weird.
I don't understand what this is.
It's a bronzer.
Cool. So let me go ahead and accidentally apply it to thy underarms.
Well, I also think just like
they have a product called Cheek Slime.
Do they still make cheek slime?
I don't know. Danny said I heard the cheek slime is good, but their packaging reminds me of Toys R Us.
Tiffany can see through me, all knowing.
Artie is languishing.
I'm so sorry. And
apparently they do still make cheek slime.
I remember when that got released. I
must have blocked it because that sounds disgusting.
I actually think you were on that new makeup nonsense bingo where we talked about
familiar.
it. I think we did talk about
it.
Back in the day, back when I did new makeup nonsense bingos. We'll move on from that. Next on to a brand that I keep wanting to try but never do. Suqqu. This is their pre-summer.
Excuse me.
Their pre-summer Sunflower Wonder collection featuring 2 limited edition eyeshadow palettes, 2 touch eye singles, a yellowish ochre brown, which is called Yuka. I shouldn't have committed myself to trying to say this. Yuka Shoku.
No.
Kagasaki, which is a chic dark brown, 2 pure color blushes, and then 2 vibrant rich lipsticks.
Artie said pre-summer, also known as spring.
As someone who's into fashion, I understand pre-summer, pre-fall, resort. Suqqu gets me every time. I just think that they always do really beautiful collections. They're really honed in. And like, are they always the most unique thing? No. I never want you to think that I think that, but they are really beautiful. And I do want to try one of those blushes, like completely desperately.
Danny says they're a lie. And the application of the shadows looks completely different, which is a problem. I gotta say.
I just want to try it though. I have to know. I will always wonder. It's one of those things. It's like a trap. It's like
Sylvie says the blushes are swoon worthy.
Listen, that's what everyone says. I have been so close to using my budget for a blush from them before, but then it's one of those things. It's like if I open up Pandora's box and it's this thing that's hard to get, and then every time they
will be avalanched by blush.
Yes, and I don't need that. You don't need that.
Get home safely, Megan.
But the blush, they have a blush
IG, the colors and everything are completely different.
Oh, okay. So it's a marketing. The marketing
but
is
then
bad.
Danny also says, but the blush palette is my holy grail.
Y'all are rotten.
Taylor Swift once said, both of these things can be true.
We contain multitudes. And so do these products,
Cozy
apparently.
Games and Makeup challenges you. The blushes do it for science. Emily, I will never tell you what you need. You can do whatever you want.
Who's telling me what I need?
I don't know.
I didn't tell anyone. Did I say run, don't walk? No, I just said I want to. Me. I want the blushes for me. Para mí. For me. I saw this on Instagram today and I just feel like I should bring it up. So
Excuse me?
Cue the wheezing. They're always coming. This is from Ole Henriksen. That's what I was trying to say, but I did some weird thing. So this Ivy's here. Yes! This transforms skin from dull to radiant in 5 to 10 minutes, smooths texture, fine lines and wrinkles, evens and brightens skin tone, has beautiful sheer iridescent color derived from a natural what? That's where this is. Cocoons and envelopes. So it says envelopes.
I do not want to be cocooned in envelopes.
Not in the natural. The natural what? That does not look like a natural color. Where did it come from? A natural what? And a lemon sugar natural derived fragrance. 25% AHAs and PHAs. Salicylic acid. Hyaluronic acid. 20% aloe juice. And then also has Scandinavian rowan berry water. It comes from natural. The weird iridescent color comes from natural. Here's what I will say. I was like, why is this shimmery thing being advertised to me as skincare? And then I read that it was basically 100% exfoliating actives. And I was like, I want it now. It's a pretty shiny exfoliating thing. I'll try it. I would try that for science. I don't know what we'll learn because it won't do anything to my skin because my skin is...
I, on the other hand, aloe juice. Emily says, isn't all aloe juice. And
isn't all aloe juice aloe juice?
you know what I'm saying? Isn't aloe just juice? But I guess it is gelatinous. We're getting stuck. I'm now thinking far too hard. So this is a mask that looks like
it's a treat. Yes.
plant cum.
But it comes from natural.
Exfoliating is what we're.
It's 25% actives, like exfoliating actives.
But it's natural exfoliating actives? What does that mean?
All I know is it comes from natural. I don't have the ingredient list in front of me. It says natural. And it says AHAs and PHAs, and it doesn't say where it gets
But I want to
from.
know what that means.
It's probably pineapple enzymes.
I don't... No, we're beyond that. You and I? No.
Pineapple, they put them in everything at Sephora.
I know.
It's like always the exfoliating ingredient. Guys, it comes from natural. Forgive me, I'm going off script here, but this is the new palette from Byredo, their new big palette. Now, for those of you who don't know, Isabella French of Phasma Beauty used to be the head of beauty at Byredo. And so when she was there, I feel like she made really interesting color stories. And this is what I've heard from people who really like Byredo too, that once Isabella left and this new person came in, it's all been boring. And boy howdy, there's like not even a dose of something that's interesting. This looks like the big version of the Ethereal Eyes palette, but with like way more red in it. And that's what it looks like to me. And also, what is this religious figure on the front of the palette? I don't know if it's a religious figure, but it looks religious.
This looks like the cousin to that like Fenty palette, eyeshadow palette that was like the Fenty Gloss Bomb, but it was the palette. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
The Diamond Bomb.
Yeah.
The Diamond Bomb palette.
It like is giving.
So this is the format that they've used on their last two big palettes. So the first one had Isamea's face like bulging out of it. And then the second one had a flower on it. And I know that why are people talking about dolphins? Can you catch me up? You're on your phone. I see dolphin emojis.
Okay. So Faith said, I want to look like an iridescent dolphin.
Okay.
Everyone is eating in the chat. But then Ivy said they replaced Is My French with Is a Boring Mess.
Oh, there we go. It's not giving, it's going.
Get it out!
This is a couple of new lip sets from Dose of Colors, which is a collaboration with Ourfa, Ourfa, and that's their first name, and then Zinali is their last name. There are two sets. There is the 90s set, and then the 2000s lip set. And have you guys ever seen two lip sets more perfectly crafted and designed to target me personally in my chest through my heart? I haven't. This is the stuff that dreams are made of for me.
Bye, Ivy.
Bye, Ivy. It's giving KKW, but it's not. In that way. And so I could buy this if I wanted to.
Well, why do you think it's not?
Because it's Dose of Colors.
But aesthetically and colorway wise.
Oh, I can't argue against that. But I would buy this, and I would not buy from KKW. I wouldn't buy from the other sister either, Kylie.
Yeah, you're right.
Because KKW doesn't... she doesn't exist. The makeup brand no longer exists. This I hate. I'm too pale for these nudes. It doesn't matter to me. You can
Tom's wearing it no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If it's brown, it's going on this face. I'm not going to buy that. I almost bought... Nima Tang did a collaboration with Dose of Colors a couple years ago, and there was like a black nude.
I remember that.
And I was like, I want that. Would it look good on me? I'm not sure, but I'm willing to bet.
Danny said, what happened to not doing a liquid lip, Tom?
That's a gloss.
You are being held accountable tonight.
And it's all her. It's all Danny.
Well,
she's being messy in my chat, which I don't appreciate.
it's like they're your mirror.
I'm just trying to live my best life, okay? And I don't want to wear a liquid lipstick. Leave me alone. Just call me a slur, okay? Like,
the bullies are here.
Bye, Colin. This is Elf Cosmetics collaborated with American Eagle. So it's the Denim Days, Daze eyeshadow palette. 12 matte and shimmer shades. The Perfect Fit PHIT lip balm. The Get Cheeky clay mask, which is for your butt and your face. And then the Vault, which is all $50 all items, and an American Eagle denim beauty bag. This makes more sense than Chipotle, but somehow still doesn't make any sense.
Is that Christina Milian in the ad? Somebody hit that light.
You can't sing that in front of me because you know while I'm closing my eyes tonight.
I want to know who does ass masks.
If I were to do this, let's just say theoretically.
Wait a minute. Faith said anything is for your butt as well as your face if you try hard enough.
Faith, this is a family channel. I don't understand why you would say something like that in my life. If you know, I'm not interested in a blue eyeshadow palette. The Evanescence palette is languishing. I used it one time and it just remains. It just sits there. They also did a collaboration with, was it a collaboration? They did a cookies and cream thing last year and it was also blue. I just feel like if you're going to do like a completely blue collection, I think you need more time between it. But maybe it did well and they were like, we need more blue. Who's blue? So the next year will be the Blues Clues palette. Elf, call me if you use that idea. That you owe me money. I came up with it.
TM.
Not to be rude, Danny, but what wouldn't Teresa try? She's tried a lot. She'll try anything for Saie. What's going on?
You just said she would try anything. Also, there was a lot of talk about hole tightening.
No, stop.
Where's our holes? That is a good point.
Next year is the Eiffel 65.
I would buy that.
Blue. Hello. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that. I remember. Here's a flashback. Does anyone remember Rockstar, the show, the singing show from the early 2000s? Rockstar Supernova, Rockstar in Excess.
Yes.
There was a contestant on there, and her name was Zaida, and it was spelled like that. But then I was like, if I say that, like Sarah with a Z, that's much better.
Love that.
But Zaida was my favorite because she was crazy. She sang 8675309, and she turned it into a screamo song. It's like my favorite thing. And she had like a very thick like accent. It was my favorite thing that ever happened on TV. She sang it twice. She sang it once and they put her in the bottom, and then she sang it as her redemption song too.
She said, you will take what I give.
She was like, I've only prepared this one song for you this week.
Do you think Critical Sass has entered Aries season because chaos has ensued? I can't disagree with Logan.
Critical Sass has always been chaos, but now I have someone who enables me sitting in the room with me. So that is what's going on. We're not smashing the American Eagle palette and its butt stuff. We are just gonna move right along. This is from Nomad Cosmetics. This is their Palette Royal Europe. It includes 10 mattes in opulent jewel tones of amber, emerald, sapphire, amethyst, ruby, and 5 multi-chromes. $57.
This is what Emily came for.
Well, I put it on here because Emily asked. Not to put Emily on the spot, but I agree. I don't really I feel like everyone who I'm in the circle with is like on Nomad's PR list or just likes what Nomad does, but I'm like not really interested. I think they put together really good color stories for the most part. I think I remember them having like a blue palette in the winter not that long ago, and I remember thinking that it looked really, really cool. I think it was like an après-ski palette, but it was like obviously a place because like that's Nomad Cosmetics like gig. And so while I think this is like pretty, they're kind of like how I said that I feel like the Pat McGrath bronzers looked flat. I feel that this color's like everything looks flat to me. Like nothing excites me. Now I understand it's pretty exciting to get 5 multi-chromes in a palette. That's new. That's like, I don't think brands are doing that. They normally put like 1 or 2 in. So that's really cool. But I guess I'm disenchanted with multi-chromes. Like we don't need to put them in everything. I have so many.
The chat, I would say overall, is disenchanted.
Oh,
Cecily
really?
said, I love Nomad, but nope. Glow Fashion
Really?
says Nomad can get wrecked.
Tiffany is here, Sarah.
Nomad is lost in the sauce. I want this, but I know in my heart I would never use it. And then Danny said, I kind of hate this. Just me?
No, I don't think it's just you. Sorry, now I'm reading I'm reading the chat. I'm like, everyone has such insightful
Yeah, it's
things
very
to-
decisive. It's not giving to me.
I guess whenever I think of indie brands, I don't know that I want a whole palette. I think I'd rather just go the single route. I would just rather really try to figure out, based on swatches and stuff, like what single eyeshadows I would want from a brand. Because here's the thing. I have enough mattes. I have the mattes that I'm going to use, and I have the mattes from the brands that I'm going to use. So what I'm really looking for when I'm going to an indie brand isn't like a whole concept from them. I'm like looking for like really special single shades. And I just like, I don't know that that's what like Nomad provide to me. And I don't even know if they sell these in singles, but
Zara, this reminds me of one of the BH cosmetic palettes I bought from Ulta like 12,000 years ago.
one of the 7 carnival palettes.
Exactly. So there's a lot happening. Danny said I don't love the formula, hate the theming, just like the fact that it's about stolen royal jewels. Which is valid. There are a lot of midtones. It does seem mediocre, I would say that as well.
I think Emily points out a good thing. It is PR hype. Every time I see someone use a Nomad palette, it is PR. So I don't know.
That's a red flag.
It does feel like a red flag. Although I was actually thinking about this earlier today. It's like right now I know Surratt must be giving out a lot of PR because I know a lot of people who have been reached out to by Surratt. So you just kind of get it in waves, like where a brand is like, we are now finding new people to talk about us, which makes a lot of sense. Although I'm not sure how willingly Surratt gave up PR. I think they're trying to.
They had to.
Yeah.
Megan said that they released the multi-chromes as singles.
Oh, there you go. So I saw someone else say they just want the multi-chromes. So just buy the multi-chromes.
At that point. It was pointed out that Simply Posh has like a palette that looks very similar to this.
You know, also just thinking about Nomad in general, they release a lot of palettes. Like, and
I don't know that the world loves eyeshadow the same way, do they?
Well, one, you're friends with me. Which is it's gonna skew your opinion because I sit on this channel all day. And
also, Glow Fashions did say that there are better multi-chromes out there, and I agree.
Sure. I mean, I think that's for sure. And also, I just think if you're interested in multi-chromes, I don't understand the need to like have that from every brand. Like, I feel very like fulfilled with my Cliona ones because I bought too many Cliona ones. If I did not buy all of the ones that I bought, then I would be like, maybe I would explore other brands. But like, if you already have like a large collection,
you own like the definitive multi-chrome. Like,
they're
so beautiful.
They are, and they work really well. And it's like, I think that the thing with eyeshadow, I think people keep searching for perfection or keep searching for something they think they don't already have when it's like very likely that you already do. And I know that's like a basis of my channel, but like, that's why I'm really disenchanted with eyeshadow in general, is because it's like, I can do that. And I prove to myself over and over again, anytime a new eyeshadow palette comes my way, where it's like, I could have already done this. I didn't need the new thing to make that happen.
Well, and it seems like the other thing that was discussed is that like the formula is only met, generally speaking.
Kelly went to the dentist. You know what? Good job, Kelly. I know I just talked about going to the dentist. I
scheduled a cleaning. Did I tell you that?
You did.
I did.
When people review Nomad, it always seems like they are putting in work to make the formula work for them.
I don't have time for that, literally.
Yeah, that's like not my thing either. I like an effortless eyeshadow.
Hence why you're applying things with your fingers now and letting it crease.
Yeah, I mean, that's also true.
All right. Cleaning is a manicure for your face.
Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all.
Everyone's being so nice to me.
And remember to follow your hoe, and you will find me. Bye-bye.
Slay what you wanna say.
And let the slay slay. Melody still counts for copyright. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks,